Year 2009. Yes, you heard that right. That's when the 5th generation Polo was first introduced in the market. That time, well, the Hyundai i20 was new. We did not have the Baleno, we did not have the Altroz. And in years to come, while Hyundai launched 3 new generations of the i20, Maruti is all set to launch the new Baleno and the Altroz. Well, it has to offer commendable safety and sorted dynamics. And what Volkswagen had to give us were facelifts after facelifts after facelifts. In fact, there were so many changes made to the car that even I'll have to take some time to recollect all of them. While the next generation Polo was globally revealed in 2017, in India, what VW gave us were Tariq pe Tariq, Tariq pe Tariq. Well, despite all that, the Polo still remains a preferred choice for the enthusiasts who are looking for an affordable, compact and a powerful machine. But what makes the Polo so special? We'll find that out in this video. Welcome ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Auto Hunters India. I am Nitin Kadian. It's time to begin. So speak of the design of the Polo, and I think I do not have to explain it. This is definitely one of the best looking hatchbacks that we have ever had in the market. Despite being more than 10 years old, I think it still looks very elegant, very appealing. And in all, if I had to say one thing about this design, I think it has to be timeless. No matter when you see it, maybe 5 years down the line from today, the car will still boast that same charm. When comparing to the rivals, yes, it does miss out on LED headlamps. It does miss out on many other features like sunroof, maybe dual cut alloy wheels, and the list goes on. But in all, if I see it as a package, not only is it good looking, not only does it have that a very elegant stance, but in addition to that, also boasts impressive build quality and those very impressive and uniform panel gaps. Speaking of this particular model, well, Volkswagen did give us a new bumper, new honeycomb grills at the front, dual barrel headlamps, very attractive, very appealing alloy wheels, this gloss black finish on the ORVMs, and in all these small updates that were made to the Polo in these years has definitely kept it going strong when compared to the rivals. Well, another major update that this edition of the Polo gets are these plastic inserts all around the body. From sides, not only does it help it boast a slightly lower stance, but also adds on to the sporty appeal of the vehicle. Move to the rears and you will notice that the same black cladding takes the shape of a Fox diffuser. Definitely improves the charm, the sporty appeal, and somewhere while from the front the car looks elegant, a lot of things are happening at the rear. Major addition has to be this new gloss black spoiler and that bumper insert, which gives it a completely fresh look. Also do notice these LED taillights, which definitely look very appealing, especially at the night. Well, having said that, the basic silhouette of the vehicle remains. You do miss out on the rear camera, which can be obviously added as an aftermarket accessory from the official list of the accessories that are being provided by VW. Having said that, how good does the Polo feel from the inside? It's time to check out the cabin as well. We step inside the cabin of the Polo, and the first thing that you will notice that the overall layout still remains unchanged over the decade or so. I do get that same black combination. I also have a similar kind of front face here, but the brand, however, has made some changes. For starters, I do have this new steering unit, a flat bottom one with a premium leather wrap. The analog instrument cluster, in my opinion, looks much better than the rivals, especially the Koreans. And there have been more upgrades such as this new touchscreen infotainment system. I also have a very powerful AC with automatic climate control, and in all, if I talk about the features, if I talk about the comfort, I think Polo has it all. Again, yes, features like a push button start or maybe a rear view camera is being missed, But apart from that, I do get cool glove box. I have automatic climate control. I have automatic wipers. I do have cruise control, steering mounted controls, and all those necessary features that I would be expecting at this price point. Again, for 10 lakh rupees, I am getting a feature-rich car and not a smartphone. Having said that, the seats, they are comfortable. I do have this very nice looking cloth upholstery. Again, is practical, especially if you are living in very hot places such as Delhi or North India, where you have a lot of sun. Having said that, in all, I think if I look at this cabin, not only does it look very elegant, but also boasts supreme levels of insulation, good build quality. And if you are somebody who spends a lot of time or like to spend a lot of time behind the steering wheel, well, I think the Polo is a great choice for you. Well, for the rear seat, do I need to show it to you? I guess not, because you must be knowing the Polo is not the spacious class. I would say the most spacious car in the class, and I think you should buy the Polo for yourself, and if you want to keep yourself happy. Now we are behind the steering wheel of the Polo GT TSI automatic, and the first things first, where the motor, not only is it very refined, but at the same time extremely responsive. Tap the throttle, the car starts going forward without any issues. Now this automatic version of the Polo, unlike earlier, features a torque converter unit, a 6-speed torque converter, which may not be as fast or I would say as responsive as the DSG, but when compared to the rivals, I think still it is very fast. Having said that, in terms of the performance, the highway stability, the steering response, I think the Polo is a vehicle that I guess needs no description. Having said that, the steering wheel, it is not as feather light as the Koreans or the Japanese for that matter, but it's extremely communicative, and I think the enthusiasts, the people who like to push their vehicles hard, will definitely appreciate this unit. At slow city speeds, I guess, I won't be surprised to find people complaining about it being a little too hard than what is desired. But having said that, in all, if I speak of the performance, the gearbox response, the highway stability, the Polo is a great vehicle to have. I won't be getting into too many details because I know it is one of those cars that needs no description, or I would say no introduction. The suspension, yes, it is stiff, but it is not as stiff as many of those hot hatches that we have seen so far, and keeps the passengers happy. The brakes, they do offer good performance. The initial bite is impressive, and in all, speaking from the driver's point, I guess the Polo is a great car to have. Go tap on the throttle, and that instant response, that will definitely bring a huge smile on your face. And in all, if I actually compare it to the direct rivals like the i20 or the Altras, I think the Polo is one of those cars that definitely gives most of the rivals a run for their money because of its value for money price tag and that super impressive engine. So this version of the Polo, it does get a flat bottom steering wheel. Feels very premium to hold, looks nice, but does miss out on the pedal shifters. Now I am somebody who wants to take complete control over the vehicle, and in this case, well, I am definitely missing the pedal shifters. Again, the gearbox, it is responsive. I won't say that it is as slow as many other torque converter units that we have seen so far. And once you move to the sports mode, it does get a lot aggressive with the shifts. And in all, if you are somebody who wants to push the vehicle hard, this is the vehicle to pick up. In fact, in addition to the superb driving experience or the performance, the Polo is also offering supreme practicality because of this automatic gearbox. So if you are somebody who's wanting to use this vehicle for daily commute, to go to the office, for that long highway journey, I guess this 1.0 liter TSI motor coupled with this automatic definitely makes a lot of sense. However, if you are a proper enthusiast who want to take maximum performance out of this vehicle, I think you should prefer going with the manual variant of the vehicle. So now leave apart the rear seat comfort, I would say if you are somebody who's sitting at the front of the Polo, the seats, they are very comfortable. The driver's seat can be adjusted in multiple ways, including height adjustment, and in fact the visibility from the driver's seat too is impressive. The ORVMs, they are giving me a good view. In fact, even the A pillars and the B pillars, they are not very thick. And in all, if I talk about this vehicle, the driving experience from the driver's point of view, be the practicality, ergonomics, driving experience, everything is sorted. And when compared to the rivals, I think the Polo might be a better choice if you are somebody who's wanting to have that maximum pleasure out of your ride. Well, this was our review of the new Polo. The new 1-liter DSI motor coupled with this automatic transmission not only makes it a practical choice for you, but also takes care of the performance, the dynamics, and at the end of the day, safety of your family. Do you think that despite having a 10-year-old package, the Polo is a better choice when compared to the cars like the i20 or the Altroz Turbo for that matter? Do let us know in the comments box below. This was it from our side today. We'll see you soon. It's bye for now. Thanks for watching.